Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UK Esports Spotlight Show. Today I am joined by Randy. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, start off with the simple and arbitrary questions. What is your race?
My race is mostly at the moment Protoss, although I do like to switch just depending on my mood really. I play a bit of Zerg, and my Terran is pretty terrible.
Okay, fair enough. Do you mind telling people your real name?
No, my real name's Andrew Whittle.
Okay, fair enough. What is your league at the moment?
Masters.
Okay, do you have a team?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just going to vary away from the current questions a little. You did used to be in Team Infused, didn't you?
Yes, I was with them for quite a while, maybe a year.
Okay, some people may not know, I'm sure a lot of people do, but I'm going to ask this anyway. What was the reason for the split from Infuse?
Um, I don't really have the time to commit to a serious team, and they were looking to get a bit more serious players. They wanted people who could dedicate a lot of time and play a lot of online tournaments, and I've got a full-time job and other commitments, so it's not something I could really commit to,
Fair dues, real life gets in the way.
unfortunately.
Oh dear. Okay, next question. What is your practice regime? Like, how do you practice?
If I've got a tournament coming up, I'd probably play a bit more than normal. I'd try learn a few builds for each matchup, and just to make sure I'm comfortable on the maps. I'd say a good way to practice is when you're learning a build, watch some replays of the build first, and then try it out yourself. Try and make sure you got it all memorized and know the different reactions you want to do for the different responses of the opponent.
Okay, fair enough. And how many hours a day would you say you averagely put into StarCraft?
Probably 2 or 3.
Okay, fair enough. Next question. What do you think of League? Like, do you think that League and Ladder is a viable way to improve, or do you think that the future of really improving your skill lies in custom games?
I feel ladder is a good place to just try out new things, and it's the best way to just get a quick game if you want a game against someone against a similar skill level to you. I think if you're practicing for a specific match against a specific player, then it's best to find someone of that race and just custom game them to death on those maps that you'll be playing. But for just general practice, I think ladder's great.
Okay, fair enough. Next question. Everyone knows that White Ra is famous for his special tactics. Do you have your own special tactic?
I got a few, mostly cheesy stuff because I find it fun to cheese.
It is fun on the occasion. What would you say your favourite one is?
Cannon rushes are always satisfactory to pull off, especially the reactions you get to see on ladders.
Fair enough. Okay, next question. Everyone knows that StarCraft is a extremely popular game for its custom games. Do you have a particular custom game that you really enjoy to play?
I don't really play any custom games. I've played mono battles a couple of times, but that's about it.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, just out of interest, how did you get your name?
I made this ID when I was about 13 or 14, so it's about 10 or 11 years ago. I used to play a game online called Total Annihilation. That was the first game I ever played online, and I played on a server called GameSpy Arcade. I chose the ID WizKid because I was only about 13 at the time and thought I was pretty good for my age, so I chose that ID. But I figured out after my second day on there that the admins on that server were called Wizards, and they shortened it to Wiz. So they accused me of impersonating them and demanded I change my ID immediately or else I'd get banned. So under this pressure, I quickly just decided to use my real name Andy and put an R at the front just to make it a bit different from my real name. And I've just used it ever since.
So does the R stand for anything? Is it symbolic at all, or was it just it was there?
It was just something different than my actual real name, and it didn't sound retarded.
Fair dues. So flail randomly
Well,
at the keyboard if it makes sense. keep it.
And haven't changed my ID since.
Okay, fair enough. All right, next question. What is your favourite player of each race?
For Protoss, I enjoy watching Parting at the moment, especially his PBT. I enjoy watching Hero because I find his play very unique to other Protosses. I find he doesn't rely on... He doesn't have the same builds as everyone else. He's very technical in his play. For Zerg, I just enjoy watching Stefano create massive armies out of nothing in no time. At Terran, probably Marine King Prime, because he's, again, similar to Hero, he just does things that other Terrans don't do and makes them work.
Fair enough. Pretty good list there. Okay, next question. How do you believe you as a person would be able to help UK esports improve?
As a person, I guess the only thing I can really do is keep playing. I don't really have any interest in... I don't really have time to dedicate anything more than just playing the game. Just give my best performances and try and beat people, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. And sticking on the subject of UK esports, how do you think it's doing at the moment? What do you think the state of UK esports at the moment is?
I'd say it's improving. Things such as bar crafts are popping up all over the place. I've been to a few now. I've been to one in Manchester and the one in London. And I've been to each one twice, and each time it's increased in popularity. There've been more people there. Also, I think the skill of UK players is increasing relative to other nations quite quickly. I'd say our best lineup can probably take on a few of the top 10 nations in the world, probably.
Okay, fair enough. I definitely agree with you there. Okay, next question. Other than Bling, Johnny Rico, Orc and The Muslim, who would you say is the top UK player?
I'd say Lao.
Now? Okay, fair enough. Next question. What are your aims for the future? For the year of 2012, what do you want to have achieved?
I just hope to put in some good displays at the I-Series lands, I-45 and I-46. I think I-47 is this year as well, so they're the only really tournaments I play. I don't really play many online tournaments except some of the UK only ones, but I really look forward to the lands, and that's really my only aim and target for each year. After each I-Series event, I'm just looking forward to the next one, because it's so much fun playing at those events compared to anything online. You get to see your competitors in real life, and you have people standing behind you watching you. It's just a feeling that you can't match online.
Fair enough. How well do you think you'll do in I-Series?
It'll be the first I-Series where I've played Protoss full time, so hopefully... I think it depends a lot on who shows up, because I-44, there's full of players like Stefano, Ryung, Tails, Grubby, etc. So if it's a similar field, all I can hope to do is take a few games off players like that. If it's just mostly UK players, hopefully a good finish will probably be somewhere in top 3.
Okay, fair enough. Next question. If you could play any player in the world in like a best of 3, best of 7, whatever you liked, which player would you choose?
Ooh, I would probably play against... some big name like MVP, MC, Nesty, just so I could say I've played them.
Okay, fair enough. And the same question for UK players?
Probably The Muslim, just because...
He is the biggest name
I haven't-
out there at the moment.
Yeah, and I haven't played him in about 18 months, and I've had opportunities to play players like Bling and Johnny Rico quite often. So it would be nice to see how things have changed over that time.
Okay. Well, that is it for the normal questions. Thank you for appearing on the show. Is there anything you'd like to pimp out? YouTube's, Twitter's?
Nope,
Okay.
nothing.
All right. Well, thank you for appearing on the show, and I will see you all next time.
Thank you.